I would like to welcome in now Christopher Vanghele. He was a captain with the Newtown, Connecticut Police Department when the shooting at Sandy Hook Elementary happened. That was now nearly 12 years to the day. Such a sad day in American history there. Captain, thank you so much for giving us some of your time. First of all, what goes through your mind when you hear of another school shooting like this?
Well, it was only 2 days ago, where it was the 12th year anniversary of the shooting at Sandy Hook that happened in 2012. And, you think that it's never going to happen again. You hope that it doesn't happen again. And I hope to never have to be on here speaking about it again. But unfortunately, that's not the reality. Between then and now, we've had hundreds of school shootings. And once again, a community has a great loss. There's people suffering right around the holidays. Like the chief of Madison said, it should not be happening at a place where kids are supposed to take refuge. So right now, our hearts go out to the families, to the people that are affected, and of course to the law enforcement officers that also have to deal with what they've seen today for the rest of their careers and the rest of their lives.
Absolutely, and I do want to talk to you more about that. Captain, this happened, we got an update from the chief there. The call came in just before 11 a.m. local time, so it's not even 3 hours ago. We've now hit, just a little over 2.5 hours ago. From a law enforcement standpoint, what is going on this early in the investigation?
Well, I also saw, too, when I was following it, that there was supposedly 5 were deceased, and then that changes. And that still could change. However, I think they're very open with their communication. I think they're giving the right information to everyone to keep people apprised of what's going on. Right now, they have to do a confirmation of who is deceased, and I would think that by now they have information on who the deceased persons are and who the shooter was. I can guarantee that they are doing the crime scene, they're collecting evidence, they are doing a search warrant for the home of the person that was the shooter to make sure that, in fact, they're probably on scene right now at that shooter's house just to make sure that they didn't shoot anybody else in their household, and of course to search that house for weapons, any other pieces of evidence that may lead us to understand why this person took this route and did this crime.
And Captain, we learned during that first press conference that Madison police, they were on the scene within just a few minutes of that initial call. We also learned that they train for this type of thing all the time, at least once a quarter. We learned that they had trained for this same type of situation just 2 weeks ago. And we know that a lot of that knowledge came from past tragedies like what happened at Sandy Hook. How crucial is that fast response in a situation like this?
Yeah, we also learned from the incidents that have happened before us. My response was something that I had learned from my experiences as an SRO when Columbine occurred, and knowing that getting in there as fast as possible is really the best way to stop somebody from shooting somebody else. Since Sandy Hook, one of the things that came out in a positive, especially for law enforcement in the school systems, was to harden the target, to make sure that the schools have drills, make sure they have doors that lock, they have access control, people just can't walk in and out of them, and that the law enforcement officers know their school layouts, and they are ready to respond with the proper weaponry and the proper search techniques to get in there fast and to hopefully remove the threat just as fast. I have to think that with 2 persons that are deceased at this point, that the reason there may not have been more killings was because of the fast police response. And we'll probably learn from the response of the people that were teachers and educators in the building as well, because unfortunately we have to teach teachers not just how to teach a classroom, but we have to teach them to be ready for this unlikely event as well. So I'm sure some of the staff that work at the school were also responsible for saving lives.
Thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your screen. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.